If you've experienced basement flooding, you know how frustrating it can be to remove standing water. In addition to the physical stress, the humidity left in your basement can cause mold to grow within 48 hours. Although a wet/dry vacuum can get rid of excess water in a matter of minutes, you'll need to empty the canister several times, which can take a lot of time. Thankfully, there are a few easy ways to get rid of standing pooled water. First, remove any debris that may have fallen from the walls and floors. Hose off all dirt and debris, especially any wet or dried drywall. Make sure to do this before it dries, as this will prevent any mold from spreading. Next, use a wet/dry vacuum to wring out the excess water and clean up any ruined materials. Ensure to take photos of the damage as well. This can help you in the insurance claims process. When it comes to water removal, a wet/dry vacuum is ideal for small amounts of water. These types of machines hold 3 to 5 gallons of water. However, if you need to remove larger amounts of water, you will want a sump pump. Connect the pump's electrical cord to a railing or beam that's at least 50 centimeters away from the house. Once the pump is working, attach it to a garden hose and run it away from the house. After that, connect the hose to a storm drain and let it run out. After cleaning up debris and water, the next step is cleaning up the water. Before tackling the water damage, hose off any dirt and debris that has accumulated on the walls. It's best to do this before the dirt has dried. Once the dirt is cleaned, you can use a wet/dry vacuum to remove any remaining water. You'll need to remove any wall materials that have fallen 50 centimeters or more from the ceiling. If you've had a sewer backup in your basement, it's important to act quickly and call a professional company for help. Not only will they help with the cleanup, but they'll also help you determine if your home needs repairs. If you've had a flood in your basement, you might have to hire a professional to remove it. You can do it yourself or hire a professional service. If you have a sewer backup, call a water removal crew to do the work. It's also crucial to make sure that the water has completely dried out your basement. Even if your basement is not completely dry, mold can form within 48 hours of the water damage. You can save items and personal items by getting a wet/dry vacuum and sump pumps to remove the floodwater. The process can take several days, but it's worth it in the long run. You'll be glad you did it. Besides having to hire a professional, you can also try to prevent future basement floods from happening. Using a sump pump and a wet/dry vacuum can help you prevent basement flooding. It's best to call a company that is experienced and has the proper equipment and expertise to solve any problems you're experiencing with your sewer. If you've experienced a sewer backup in your basement, it's important to contact your insurance company for additional assistance. Before calling a professional for basement water removal, you should first determine the cause of the problem. Depending on the source of the water, you may be able to determine how the damage started. Whether it's a burst pipe or a plumbing appliance, you'll need to work with professionals to get your basement back to normal. It's also important to get the entire mess cleaned up as soon as possible so that it doesn't cause additional problems. If the basement is flooded, it's essential to get a professional to clean and dry the area. While a standard garden hose will work, it's too small to pump the water out of your basement. In order to avoid this, you should hire a company that has professional equipment for basement water removal and restoration. If you don't have the equipment or the skills, you can rent equipment from a reliable rental company.